Last time on What's Your Damage?
What you see ahead of you is a patchwork of flesh. Looks fairly devilish, especially the head, which has two large horns that curl like ram's horns. And it is just a terrible, terrible sight. Sylvester, you see a very small figure in a black hood dash away from this area. Okaat, after playing dead, he put up his hand to block, and
Boom!
You kicked him in the nads for 8 points of death. Because that killed him.
Oh my god! You monster!
Squeeze!
You see the young tiefling woman with the red string around her neck. She looks at you and she kind of analyzes you for a second, and she goes, "You seem like you're nice. Maybe he'll buy me." And with that, she nods and she scurries away. What you see is something on the bed, what looks like a little note. When you open the note, when you see the light from the library tonight, come to me. Signed Y.
And then Peter's gonna leave the hat and just go up to the library early.
Terminin. I'm Cedric. We have a poker game, every night. How about you join us for it? You see Margaret, and she goes, "You know what? I kind of hate money people. I like talking to holy men, and I've never met Vix.
Yes.
How about you join us and the rest of the Archdiocese, and we'll just have some tea and chat."
I kick the door a little bit as I'm coming out.
All right.
And I present the dish. Grilled local pork loin, smashed red potatoes, braised local greens, and a vinaigrette reduction made from a local wine. Tasted by me, not poisoned.
He's very passionate
Well,
about his craft.
Making desserts, it's gonna knock your cocks in the dirt.
all of a sudden you hear a very loud knock. Terminin, would you mind if your bodyguard opened the door? What you see in front of you is you see a owl, and it is on top of one of the spiders that you fought earlier. And it goes to the middle of the large table. It transforms into a man. And as you turn, you see what looks like a one-winged black dragon. If you are not gone in 48 hours, I won't stop him.
Oh, you guys looking for a Moo Cleric?
The adventure is yours.
It's not really a plan, it's just a series of diminishing options. I'm confronting him on his behavior in an inopportune moment.
Before you close the door, he turns back into a owl and flies out the door and lands atop the black dragon's head, and they are gone in a flash, and the darkness lifts.
Does Burke, Oni,
Yeah, no, smooth, yeah. Does Oni...
does he see it? Any of this from the kitchen? Is there a window in the kitchen?
I would say that you notice the darkness.
Do I look? Is there a window in the kitchen to see what is happening outside?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Are you tall enough to reach a human-sized window?
Is there a drink around? There in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Some cooking.
Sherry, yeah.
Yeah. Not cooking sherry, because they put salt in that so cooks won't drink it. That's the trick.
Oh, is it?
That's why it's called cooking wine.
Oh.
They put salt in it so that cooks won't drink it.
Okay. Yeah, there's some Pinot Noir.
So drinking some of that, he gets one eye out the window So I feel like he half sees what's going on.
You see the hindquarters of a big old black dragon.
And just spits the wine all over the window.
Nice. Jorrix goes to Margaret and says, "So you said he's made threats before. Has he ever done it with a dragon?"
I shut the door. I walk back.
Okay.
Behind Theramin's chair. Terminin. God.
Theramin.
termite men.
They what a therapist sounds like. It's like a weird instrument.
So,
So it's a dragon. Has that happened before?
and she's kind of like just looking at the phase spider, and she goes, "What was that?"
Dragon. The druid. I think he said balance. You mentioned he threatened you before with a dragon?
I kicked the door of the kitchen. Did you see that dragon?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
How's dessert coming?
Coming up.
And she goes, "You know, Vix, I don't want to talk about it right now."
Well, should we be concerned? I mean, prospective buyers coming in here, is our safety at stake? Is anyone else in the room freaking out about this?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, a lot of people actually are. And then Harbor stands up and he goes, "Look, we've had interactions with Balance before, and many of you long-term buyers have run into him time and time again. All I can tell you is here's what my honest-to-goodness guess is. Seeing how powerless Balance has been before in trying to stop what we do, my guess would be that was illusory magic, perhaps with a potion of acidic breath or acidic spray. I think... Do we have any druids? No, I don't believe we do. But it's a simple magic. Wizards can do acid spray. I mean, you were hit with acid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would guess that was just some spell that he launched before he came in. So I wouldn't freak out, and believe you me, we would know about a dragon, and there's never been a dragon reputed to be in these swamps.
Wasn't it one-armed or one-winged dragon?
One winged is what I...
One wing, yeah.
Seems like a particular characteristic.
Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, I would like to speak with your head of security about safety protocol so I can ensure that my patron is taken care of.
And he goes, "You know
This
what?"
sort of breach is unacceptable.
And he goes, "You know what? I completely respect that. Let me make sure to get you in contact with Roran. He will be available as our buyers are playing poker and our holy men are doing whatever they plan to do."
Holy things.
Women stuff.
Yeah.
Hey! Jorrix says.
We'll make sure to put you, and if all the bodyguards, I think that's a wonderful idea, Okaat. We'll have you talk to our head of security. As you saw, we do have many guards out there already, many tieflings. I don't understand how we got, well, I mean, if it's illusory, he just needs to fly in as a owl. Okay, yeah. No, so Roran, I'll put you in contact with him.
Thank you.
I want to insight to see if he's full of shit about this.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to do that as well. I'm pretty sure he is, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
So what are you trying to discern exactly?
Not like necessarily what the truth is, but if he's like
Making this up as he goes.
more or less just being like, this is a reasonable explanation, but I don't think it's true. Like if that's the angle he's playing.
I'm just spinning some bullshit to calm people down.
What it seems like is that he is certain that there is no black dragon.
Okay.
But
Funny, because I saw a black dragon.
but it seems like he is like trying to figure out, if not that, then what?
Okay.
And that's how it seems. You
Is
guys?
dinner over?
Yeah.
He kicks the door open. Tony is like, look, creme brulee,
Oh, my favorites.
seasoned with local sweet herbs. Sweet herbs. So it's gonna knock. Okay. And so I've used some local wood to make a fire. Cook the top of it, so it's gonna be like a smoky on top, and then sweet, but like some really like licoricey sort of herbs in the creme brulee, but it's not over the top.
I'm really glad that you used local wood and you didn't source it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
all local because there's no trains or planes or anything.
Okay.
We need to have Burke cook more often.
Oni, Mountain Breaker, Iron Chef. Winner for tonight, I would think, unless I don't know what the judge is. Who's the winner of Iron Chef? Use the local pork loin.
From behind Terminan's chair, I hold up a card that says
After that interaction with Harver and Vix, I'm going to say that when you do that, Oni, you actually put everyone gathered kind of at ease again.
Nice.
Okay. So after dessert, what would you guys like to do? You have about...
First, during dessert, I'd like to just take in my food and kind of showing off how I'm the only one who gets to eat it.
Okay, yeah, I like that play a lot.
Oh, wait, do I not get creme brulee?
Yeah, what about me?
Oh, you do, but...
Holy
Okay,
man does,
good.
Bodyguard does not.
Yeah.
Bodyguard just starves.
Bodyguard eats when...
I
They're
save
off.
like a little piece to get to Okaat later.
Aww. You can see Leona is looking at what you're eating with some envy in her heart.
Lick my lips.
And Margaret is also looking quite envious of this.
Shit, boss, that looks delicious.
Local swampwood creme brulee.
How does Gus feel about that?
Oh, it just reminds me of my friend Burke was a cook too, and looked so much alike. Am I becoming racist by hanging out with them that I think all dwarfs look alike?
And Castile puts his hand around you and he casts Calm Emotions.
I'm not afraid of dragons.
He goes, I know you aren't, friend. I know you aren't.
Odie or Burke, you have the same eyes.
Kind eyes. Margaret looks to Castile and she goes, so are you going to join us for our conversation? And Castile kind of looks at her and he goes, no, I'm going to be going to my room. And she goes, oh, you're going to be using your old bedroom. He's like, no, not in your life. I'm going to be sleeping where the tieflings sleep. Thank you. And with that, he gets up. He takes a cursory glance at the four of you, and he nods and he heads out.
I send the message spell to Jorrix and say, you must give me 125 gold. The mission depends on it. I'm that much short of the buy-in for poker.
And actually, what you do get is when you send that to Jorrix, Castile, saying, I'm going to guess you don't have enough money. Send somebody to me so that I can give you the money.
He just kind of looks around like, thanks, it's weird to be on this end of the spell.
All right, so who are you going to send?
He messages Okaat discreetly. Okaat, don't keep the money that Castile gives you. It's for the mission.
No, I'm with you. I got you. I'm not a total asshole. I message back.
Okay, so how do you excuse yourself from the room?
I'll probably wait for Terminin to send me away.
Okay.
Yes, I message Castile. Win.
And then Castile messages you back. He's like, this is supposed to cut down on all these sorts of things. He goes, as soon as you can, because you have about 15 minutes until your poker.
All right, well, we are going back to the cabin until the poker, everyone.
And then...
This has been a great meal because of my dwarf's cooking. Yours looked all right. I will see you later.
And actually, a man with a very long gray mustache says, "We're going to be starting in like 15 minutes. It's a 7-minute walk to the cabins. So you're going to go there only to come back?"
That's how he keeps fit.
Old men don't digest things as well as some younger people.
He's full of farts.
This man with a long mustache goes, "Okay." Do you take Oni Mountain Breaker with you?
Yeah, I suppose I would.
Okay, Oni, you are called to join your party.
All right.
All right.
It was nice meeting you today, Oni. I'd have to introduce you to my friend Burke sometimes. You guys would get along like two friends.
I had this thing where where you you lift your head way up and you're like, is it called looking down your nose at someone?
Yeah.
I think it is. You just yeah. Yeah, okay.
As I follow Terminin out, I'm like tossing one of the birds in the air and catching it.
Okay.
So I'm like literally flipping them off.
Nice. Okay. What's Jorrix doing?
There might be a couple of those creme brulees left in the kitchen, but the tieflings might have got to
Okaat
them, so.
takes off running towards the kitchen.
Zoom. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Break my cover. But God, I want one so bad.
Swamp brulee.
Swamp brulee. All right.
Should I write that down as one of my recipes?
Ew.
Swamp brulee.
Well, it'd have to be local wood brulee.
Yeah, it would have to be local wood brulee. You're right.
Local swamp brulee. Local sweet herb and wood smoked brulee.
Hell
Wood
yeah.
smoked.
So, are you guys actually going back to the cabin, or are you just? Was that cover to get her to get to go to Castile?
It was cover.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
So
But
what
as
are you
soon as
guys
we're
doing?
Out of sight, I
Well,
split off
Sylvester
to find
still
Castile.
has some farts in him.
Okay.
That was only a half lie.
That's why he got away with that lie.
Yeah, I've been around
Okay.
I've been around him long enough to know.
All right. So you break off.
Yeah.
All right.
And go find the tiefling quarters.
Okay. It is back down the hallway.
Yep.
Down the stair. Down the spiral.
And I'm taking care not to be seen.
Now roll me
Yep.
Yep.
That's 25.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not seen. You are
Nope.
skulking. You are just. Yep. Nope. You
I
are
am
not.
one
being-
with the shadows.
Yeah, you were born of it. Even. You may even go back there because of the school system. All right. So as you get downstairs, you do see Castile just in a very humble quarter with with a tiefling man, and he's asking that man, friend, would you mind if I spent the night here? I know that I might be putting you out, and if so, you can completely say no. And he turns and he sees you. He's like, well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah. How you been, Castile?
And when you see Castile, he looks significantly older. He looks older than his mother and father now.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, it's been a very interesting couple of weeks.
I'll bet.
Yeah. How much did your friend need? Probably the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't take advantage of Castile. I think he only needs 125.
He goes, okay, well, let's just be safe. And he pulls out some gold, and the tiefling next to him kind of is looking covetously at it. And he looks to the tiefling man, and he goes, you'll keep this between the three of us, yeah? And the tiefling man kind of nods.
Mm-hmm.
And he withdraws. He said 125?
I think so.
I'll just give you the money for the buy-in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have time later, it would be good to catch up, but I imagine that to keep up appearances, you need to not be down here.
True. But then again, you are of the family, so if you were to demand my services, I would be honor-bound to respond.
This is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to call you after you meet with Roran.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, I look forward to talking to you again.
Same here.
And he kind of he sits down after that, and you can tell that he is just kind of tired.
And I turn to the tiefling man as well, and I thank him
For keeping mum.
being cool.
Yeah, be cool for once in your life, and he is.
Thanks for being cool, man.
And he goes yeah, sure, no problem. Anything for Sadasil. And he goes, Castile. Okay. And, okay, you have the money. You return back to good old Sylvester.
While I'm out walking about farting, I'm just going to quickly look through Peter's eyes to see if anything's changed.
You see a little puppy dog just sleeping with its eyes closed.
Oh, is it a good boy?
Probably, yeah.
Oh.
And what Peter would probably get is that adjoining next to the library, it seems like this is probably the Leona and Harbor's private quarters.
Okay.
Burn it down.
All right, so that's what you see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it is time for you guys to meet up with your various people. So,
All right.
What is Burke doing during all this as the team splits up?
So it's free. We're free. There's
You are free. Everybody else has something that they have to do. So you can join in with somebody if you'd like.
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go meet with the head of security.
No.
Yeah.
Meeting with a bunch of clerics.
Nope.
Meeting with moneymen.
Poker.
Poker night.
You wouldn't be welcome.
No, So maybe I do sort of wander the house or grounds and look
Okay.
for the tiefling with the red
Okay.
necklace thing,
It's
collar,
string. Just a string. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you look, you are told that the woman that you're looking for, Odine, you are told that she is out in the graveyard.
I head out to the graveyard.
And when you do, what's strange about you don't find the girl, but what you do notice is that a lot of the graves here seem freshly dug.
Gross,
Okay, and with that, we'll move.
but not surprising because of how racist everyone is here, and slave trade and whatnot.
All right, so then we'll move to Jorrix. So you go to a parlor downstairs. It is a small circular room with a lot of glass and a lot of. It looks like a tea room
Oh, okay.
because it is a tea room. And you see Margaret sitting in the center, and you see a bunch of fellow clerics of Pelor. And
Nice.
they are chatting, and one of them looks at you and says, "So your name is Vix?"
Yeah.
Huh, I've never met you before. It's so strange. Where are you from?
Right. That's just a little town in Blue.
Oh, we're all from Blue. So which one?
Which one? Lionett.
Hmm?
Lionett.
Oh. Lionett. Interesting. Oh, okay. You've never been here before. Who summoned you to you? How did you meet Terminin?
You know, Vix is very much struggling right now. You know, sometimes Pelor guides us.
Yeah. And also sometimes the Archdiocese appoints us. So.
What does would Vix know? Being an actual cleric of Blue, what does Vix know of the Archdiocese?
This seems really shady.
Okay.
This does not seem. This seems counter to what your perception of the Archdiocese would do, because what
Okay.
you are basically engaging in is the slave trade,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and
So-
for some reason, some Archdiocese of Pelor are on board.
Okay. Jorrix Vix says, you know, it is my first time.
Jorvix.
Yeah. Ship it. Goes, I'm a newbie here. First time. Maybe, can you tell me a little bit more about, like, how all this goes down?
Well,
I really wasn't told much.
and one of them kind of cracks his knuckles, and he goes, I like breaking in new folk. You know why you're here. You're here to discern which one is the one worth buying. Because that one is very special.
Mm-hmm. I know to make sure my buyer brings back the right one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And because of this finder's fee for getting the girl that the Archdiocese is willing to pay, well, there's a lot of rich men that want to get even richer. And it's a good, we believe in capitalism. Many people going for the same goal produces the best results. And plus, we can't really, the Archdiocese can't, we can't directly buy. That would look bad if someone found out.
Jorrix sort of, pulls on his robe a little bit
Mhm.
and goes, so none of you guys think there's anything wrong with this?
And Margaret kind of laughs. And she goes, "It's so cute to see young Vix here at the start of his career. But I didn't bring you here, or bring all of you here, to talk about what's going to happen in 3 days. I came here to talk about the Sunfire Phoenix."
What is that?
And she looks at you, she goes, "You've never heard of the Sunfire Phoenix?
I'm real green.
It's so strange that they would send you here."
You know, maybe they're looking to get some new blood in here.
Roll me a deception check on that.
That's gonna go real bad. Oh no, it's not gonna go real bad. That's a natural 20.
Ah!
Vix Jorrix is so uncomfortable the situation. It's just it's passing off as being genuine.
All right, I'll believe that.
That's
okay.
pretty good.
So you say that, and she goes, "Okay, we've all been new." The Sunfire Phoenix. There was a moonless night about 20 or so years ago.
With that, Jorrix's eyes would sort of like perk up a little bit.
And she goes, "That usually means that some great calamity is coming. We thought the great calamity was the Bladesinger War, but it appeared after that. So there must be some great calamity coming."
Could be worse than that.
"I don't know," she says. "But what I do know is that we have to get the Sunfire Phoenix, and there's only one special cleric that can summon that has access to the lost library of Sueño, who also lives in Bartle, who is also my brother."
Is it the one that... Was that the one that...
Sadasil.
Yeah, you were making sort of sorry comments. He was making some back, and...
Yeah,
Seems like there's some bad blood there.
He's the black sheep. And I don't think he's going to take to this plan willingly. So, I'm trying to figure out how to make him come to heel.
So if he's the only one, it seems like bringing a Sunfire Phoenix thing back is going to be pretty tough, because he didn't seem to like it very much.
And actually the cleric that welcomed you,
Mm-hmm.
he leans in and he goes, "Oh, I think you should just leave that to our friend Harver and us." And we'll cut to Sylvester in the Moneymen. So you are welcomed in, and you see this is a game parlor, and there are very stuffy old men, and you see Cedric there, and you see a tiefling holds his hand out for the money.
I'm gonna drop it in.
Okay, and he says thank you abashedly and like kind of lowers his head, and Cedric goes, "Terminin, welcome. Pull up a chair."
Okay.
And he starts dealing cards. And he goes, "So what got you interested in this?"
Oh, whenever there's an opportunity to turn money into more money.
"I hear that," he says, and he deals you another card. And he goes, "So, how'd you hear about us? We're pretty private."
Was I given any of this information?
"Yeah, you were told that the reason that you heard is because you want to break into this scheme. And that you've always had Terminin Wiley has had an interest in helping the cause, so to speak. And the cause being keeping the sale and trade of tieflings available and prosperous."
Well, you hear a thing here, you hear a thing there, and
There
sounds
thing,
like
here, thing, everywhere.
everywhere a thing.
As the saying goes.
And you just want other people to do your work for you.
"Yeah," he says, and he deals the cards. "You've been hearing the news from the Prismatic Nation?"
Well, there's a lot of news. You'll have to narrow it down a bit.
About the Prismatic Queen, her last act before she leaves office.
Oh, yes.
Wants to outlaw the trade. Wants to revoke the Archdiocese's religious freedom on that. Yeah, which I personally disagree with. You say the Prismatic Queen's name here, won't find many friends. And, well, I guess we're kind of working with a couple of people to... Have you joined in on that?
I have not, but I definitely sound interested if it means
You do sound very interested, he says.
less power from that pain of a queen we have.
I wonder if we should, and he looks to one of the other people around the table, and he looks at Cedric. And he goes, "You think maybe we should talk to Terminin about joining the effort?" And Cedric looks at you, and he goes, "You'd be interested?"
Oh, of course.
He goes, "Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk to you about it. Let's see if he doesn't clean us all out, huh?" And they all kind of laugh. And with that, we'll cut to Okaat.
All right.
Okaat, you are with a bunch of strong people, and you fit right in because they are kind of giving you a wide berth.
Is it all dudes?
Yeah, of course. And one of them kind of looks at you, and he goes, nice daggers. Never seen those before."
You wouldn't. They're custom made.
Like the look of them. Middle fingers, huh?
Yeah, I call them the birds.
Hell yeah. By the way, that hurt a lot with the thing that you threw with the thing. Kicking him right in the good and plenties.
Yeah, it's my signature move.
And they move a little bit further away from you when you say that. And you are led to a big oak room that has just a miniature of a town that kind of looks familiar to you. It has the same markings as what Mulhoon did.
Oh, okay.
And you see a tall man with
Oh
very
wait,
short
nobody
hair.
else is supposed to know about Mulhoon, right?
He has very short, spiky hair, and he goes, "So we all want to talk about what happened today, I take it?"
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. I assume everyone else here does too.
And they all kind of grumble in agreement. And yeah, rabble. And he goes, "So what can? Okay, how can I put your mind at ease? We do have constant guards here, and we have tieflings, so we can just throw wave after wave at them after anything." You just start. Jorrix just makes sad noises next to all of them, next to the people upstairs in the tea room.
Yeah.
You okay, bud?
This is all just so new. It's new to me.
I feel like I belong. And
He says that, and I'm like, aha. So you would throw a bunch of unarmed slaves that your master has invested in at a potential threat.
by their orders.
Huh. I think that's an interesting way to bury money, but, turning it into tieflings first, but...
Well, Harper has he has varied interests.
I mean, my point being that I would take one well-trained guard over 20 tieflings running around like chickens with their heads cut off any day of the week.
Mm-hmm. No,
So,
I can hear that.
As a security strategy goes, I mean, your master can do what he wants with his money. It's his money to waste.
Mhm.
But as a security strategy goes, it doesn't exactly make me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Well, I would say this, right? So they are given limited weapons, and they do have a well-trained guard leading them. So I would say...
if they are watching somebody good fight, that's going to make them better at fighting? I don't think so.
No, what I am saying is that they will take orders, and while that person who is well-trained calls in other well-trained men, they can buy time, is what I am saying.
Well, okay, if that's what you think is best.
If this makes you uncomfortable,
It does.
You and Terminin and Vix, I think, and Oni, who could forget that guy, you are all free to leave. We will not keep you here because it's your free will, and that's fine, But that's how we do it here. If it's unsatisfactory, I apologize, but that is how we do it.
Apology accepted.
Great, he says. So, I feel like you guys are just gonna both whip out dicks and start a pissing match right now.
And the thing is, I'm a lady and mine's still bigger than his.
I know, yeah. So after that tense standoff,
I'm not tense. I'm perfectly relaxed. I just think his security methods are shitty. And if he's not going to do anything about it, that's fine.
are you saying that to the guy who mentioned your birds?
Yeah.
Alright.
I was like, you can take orders from this guy? All right.
I'm not taking orders. I'm part of a retinue too. So,
Is that what they tell you? Okay.
no, I'm with one of the buyers.
Oh,
I'm one of the bodyguards.
My bad.
Remember, we're all bodyguards
okay.
here.
All right, you can take that cut out there. I'm like, believe this guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a backwater place.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
And Roran goes, "Okay, great.
Yeah.
If you guys are done."
We've got swords, but let's throw sticks and stones. Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, great, he says. And he puts his hand over the small model of Mulhoon. He goes, "Okay, well, I'm glad we had this chat. If you guys would like to leave, I would enjoy that. So, goodbye."
Okay, bye.
Okay. So.
Flipping the dagger again.
All right, so do you all reconvene?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are all back together. Woo!
Yay.
All right, what do you guys want to do together?
Like, security guy's a dick, you guys. Let's just find Almond and get out of here.
There's a lot of creepy stuff going on.
There's a lot of creepy stuff going
Yeah.
I'm just blank-eyed as I trance into Peter.
on.
Are you
Ah,
guys
there
being
he
creepy
goes.
besides the slave trade and all the racism?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we're. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's creepy. It's just, I mean, it's kind of evil. I mean, creepy is like the fake dragon and
Well, there's that too.
and then here's a
Yeah,
toon
you know what
guy.
the plan is for dealing with that?
Not to do anything.
Throw tieflings at it until it goes away.
You know, earlier when I was speaking with the clerics, I went off for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel you, man.
to be fair, if you didn't care about tieflings at all and saw them as not people, it's a totally good plan.
But it's not, is the thing, because they don't know how to fight. So, like, you're just gonna get a bunch of investments killed for no reason.
As you escape.
Maybe as you escape.
So Jorrix, Sylvester.
Wait, are you literally mad that they're wasting money, or that or that tieflings are dying? I don't understand.
Both. Because it is.
Okay, so yeah, I can
both
understand that.
racist
Both, yeah,
and a
it's
bad
it's also a
strategy.
bad financial decision.
Yeah, it's
And
it's
on
stupid
top of
and it
being
doesn't make sense,
inhumane
and
on like a
it's racist.
massive level.
So I'm not justifying this in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, this will be fun.
But
Unless.
But.
yeah, if you know your main guard might need time to get ready, put on armor, get weapons, whatnot. If there's nothing to stop them from just like barreling through, they're just gonna get slaughtered while they're preparing.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, totally agree. Really shitty. Really
No,
shitty.
and I mean, I hear you. I do. It's just, I think, in my experience, a poorly trained soldier is worse than no soldier at all.
Yeah, you would hope they would at least give them a little bit of.
Why would they do that? Why would they train their slaves to kill people? Trust me. That's not how these people work.
So Sylvester, as you blank out for this conversation about the poor economic choices and the inherent racism in their plan, what you see is you still see that puppy just snoozing away. But when he opens his eyes, you see that it is fire red.
Oh, there might be a hellhound in the library. Otherwise, it's probably just a good boy.
All right, what would you guys like to do? You guys need to catch the signal, but you have a little spider there.
Yeah.
You can try to find Castile. You can still try to find Odin, or none of the above. You can just chill.
I was sort of under the impression that Castile was one who left the message. Was anyone else under the same impression, or?
Well, it was signed with a Y, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's not neither
That's not
Castile or
no.
Castile.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and find Castile.
Okay.
I want to find Castile, but Jorrix isn't going to because he knows that running Castile right after learning, hey, we're gonna force Castile to do something. It's probably tipping him off.
I could talk to him, though.
Yeah. So are you?
I'm gonna ask Sylvester to message Castile and have Castile summon me.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So if you're going to if you're going to meet with Castile, I wanted some information about what the clerics are doing, and there was something about a Sunfire Phoenix with one of the tieflings.
A Sunfire, not a Moonfire.
Not a Moonfire Phoenix, a
Interesting.
Sunfire Phoenix.
Interesting.
And for some reason, Castile and the Swanian Library are tied to it, and his siblings want to force him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Well.
And they seem pretty confident with
That's
their
family
ability.
life, right?
Exactly.
Big brothers.
So you might want to mention that in your meeting.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks.
Thanks for the heads up.
Problem.
Okay. So you tell Sylvester to do that. What are you three doing? Because you can't. Because you don't want to be close to him because you don't want to. Yeah. Okay. You don't want to blow cover. What would you two like to do?
I'm just gonna watch the window vigilantly.
Okay. All right. And then what do you want to do, Burke?
So where are we now?
We're back in our personal cabin.
So it might be good if you hang out with Terminin, because we don't know if this person who left the note is on our side or their side. So it might be good for him to have backup.
I'm gonna go back to the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
And I believe my background is like a general folk hero, and my new position as a kitchen whiz. I wanted to ask about Odin. See if I can get from maybe the kitchen staff
Okay, that's great. That's a great idea. Okay.
Any information or where she is, or
Okay, yeah.
or perhaps information about any younger slaves.
Okay. So we'll go after you tell him to message Castile, a tiefling man who looks more devilish. He looks like he's more of the outside folk. Comes up and you hear a knock on your door, and he says, "Master Sadasil has beckoned Okaat."
Ah, thank you for letting me know. Will you lead the way?
And he nods and he turns and he leads you down to the quarters where Castile originally was.
Cool.
And you see Castile there, and he is still seated on the bunk. And he goes, "Oh, they brought you fairly quickly. I'm glad of that." He looks at the tiefling man and he reaches in his pocket and he gives him like 5 gold pieces. And he goes, "Thank you so much." And he goes, "Oh, we don't take that." And he's like, "No, for me you will, please," he says. And the tiefling like covets it and like kind of dashes out. And
Thank you. Hey, all. And he was fleeing back.
and he waves. And so Cassio like pats the bed next to him. And he goes, "You don't have to stand unless you want to."
No, so
And
I was planning on it. But
oh yeah, okay.
beat me to it, so.
And he goes, "Okay, so I'm glad to be working with you. I didn't expect that to happen."
Yeah, it's your sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I don't think I'm here I don't think I'm going to be here much longer.
Still haven't found your book?
No, I have not. But it's okay, you know. If this is where my road leads to, then it leads to here. Okay, so, and he whispers this. He goes, "So you're trying to find Namla?"
Who?
Namla.
I don't know that. I am here to find somebody, but I don't know her by that name.
And he kind of looks, he's like, "Alban?"
Yeah.
Yeah, her original name is Namla.
Oh.
See, if you go backwards.
Ah. Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
Yeah.
You'd think I would have thought of that.
Dunk. He goes, "So, I am trying to find her.
Oh, okay.
That is why I'm here."
Are we going to have to fight over her? I'm like, hey. Like elbow him, like, come on.
He goes, "No, because I have more access to this place than you do."
That's for damn sure.
So, I take it you want to know what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also, I have a message to pass on from Jorrix. He said he's hanging out with the clerics, and he said that they are talking about a Sunfire Phoenix.
And his ears perk up at that. He goes, "Sunfire."
Yeah.
Huh.
And they want you to be a part of it. I get the impression that you don't. And they're going to try and make you be a part of it anyway.
And he thinks, and he goes like, "Well, if they try, they'll meet the fate that they
So richly deserve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt people, but I'm not going to.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them, through me, hurt others. But yes, so Namla.
Yeah.
Namla is your older sister. How does that work? I know, crazy. Yes?
Yeah, but
She looks like she's 10.
she's not older than me.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But she is older than you.
But
She is about 35.
what?
Yeah.
Mm,
So, let me give you the story.
okay. Please do.
He goes, the woman that you were adopted by,
Mm-hmm.
before she became the person that you know,
Evil beyond all measure? Yeah, go on.
she was actually a good person who had a soft spot for tieflings.
Ah.
She knew that the Archdiocese wanted a particular girl, So she adopted her. The Archdiocese, or someone we don't know who, stole that little girl from her. And she went mad trying to get the girl back. That's when she turned to the Dolphin Springs to just have an unending search for her 24 hours a day.
Okay, gotcha.
She was able to retrieve her, but something went wrong. She was locked in this sort of stasis.
Huh.
So we don't know what happened to her. I investigated the Library of Sueño. I don't know what's wrong. We took her to the Prismatic Queen. She couldn't figure it out. So
she's just permanently a little girl, or is she like catatonic, or? But
She has, like,
her, like screaming. She's got to be.
she has like rare moments of lucidity.
Huh.
If the Archdiocese wants her, we can't allow that to happen, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, with that being said, I am going to do my damnedest to find her and to give her location to you guys so that you can get her out of here and I can give you some cover. But yeah, I think with that I should probably, and he stands up and he puts a cloak around himself. He's like, I probably should continue my search.
Yep. Fair enough. If I can help in any way, you know where to find me.
I will summon you. He said.
Oh, also, if you run across a young woman named Odine, she has a red string around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're going to get a chance to get her out,
Mm-hmm.
but if we can't, maybe you can.
Odine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, he says.
Thank you.
Red string 17?
Thereabouts.
Okay, yeah, of course. Yes, I will make sure to do that. And he stands up and he puts on that cloak, and as he does, like you can see his visage change into a tiefling man.
Oh.
And he goes, well, best of luck to you.
So you could have just come and got me yourself.
I'm also not in great health.
Fair enough.
Oh, you, he says.
Come on, I still got to give you a hard time.
Yeah, you do. There might not be many times left to do it. Oh. So, all right, well,
and now I'm depressed.
Oh, it's okay. All right, Burke the dwarf. Oh, fuck.
Cody, the mountain breaker.
So, like, the kitchen tieflings are just, like, kind of in awe of you right now. Because they're like, what the hell, man?
So I'm like, hey guys, do you want me to show you like a
Could you? They say, wide-eyed.
recipe?
Please.
Something I've learned recently. So I show them. Do you guys got any fish handy? I know we're inland.
We do, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to make a delicious fish cakes?
Yes, please, they say.
Theirs are from Mulhound.
And they don't know what that is.
It's a place, so it's fine. I've been there. I'm a traveling chef. It's kind of a new thing I'm kind of pioneering. It's like I'm a tastemaker,
He goes to parts unknown.
Yeah. I don't go to like the fancy place. I hang out with the regular folks, and I get there to like kind of take on what's going on politically, you know. And so that's what I'm here to do with you guys today. So I'm going to show you how to make this
And they are
dish,
bastard.
and we're going to eat it, and then we're just going to chat, and we're going to talk about like what's going on here, what's going on with you guys, what's going on with your lives, and well, then we cut it together, and it's going to be good.
Oh,
I mean,
has
if
a
we're not
cooking
filming.
show.
You know, Oni from
What's the name of this
TV.
town? What's the name of the town?
This is Le Mort Vulgaire.
So I was in Le Mort Vulgaire, and I was like, where can I get some good fish cakes around here? And can't get them. So I was out to show the locals how to make some of my recipes I picked up locally and learn from them some local secrets and what's going on politically with this land, because there's some bad shit going down, and I just want to let you know, slave trade, and it's not all safe, but I'm going in there to eat food and talk anyway. Join me, Oni Mountain Breaker, as I go to places haven't been to before.
All right. So with that, as you give them that whole rap, they are all about Burke. They are all about Odin Mountain Breaker. So, what would you like to ask them?
Places to habit. So, slave trade. Tell me about that. It's happening here. It's not good. No one likes it, but it brings in money. So it's part of things. It's part of things for you guys.
Mm-hmm. They say. Yeah, that's the world that we know.
Fish cakes are good, right?
They're great. They say, enthusiastically. Yeah, I mean they're putting on a sale in 3 days. So, it's gonna be hard to say goodbye to a lot of people.
So you guys, you live here. This is where you're bought. You belong to the place here. So that's and you're fine with that. That you're kind of okay.
That's the world that we know. So yeah, I guess so.
You ever think about what it would be like to be not a slave and to be free
Every day.
So it's kind of a thing that you guys you would want to do.
Very much.
Yeah, I get it. I get that.
Just taunting freedom in front of their face.
I know.
Do you eat sandwiches in front of starving children?
I just think if you were free, you could eat these fish cakes any day you wanted.
So, what can you do? How can you change things? How can you change your environment? How can you get out of this this situation? I mean, there's a lot of you guys, and the guys in charge. They're there. They're in power. But hey, there's not that many of them. You ever think about, revolution, that kind of thing?
And when you say revolution, one of them looks at you and they say, Odine's been talking about that.
Odine. Red string.
Mm-hmm. She says that there's a woman who laughs in the mountain who's been promising her help.
Help, support, backup, reinforcements. That kind of thing. We could really shake this town down. And then rub it up. Whatever that means.
And they say yes to all of that.
Listen, I mean, if we could tear this town apart, get you guys free, I mean, the culinary explosion of cultures, food, freedom, that's what I'm all about. That's what Oni Mountainbreaker and his show, Places I Haven't Been Already, is all about. It's the thing I'm pitching.
And you're pitching it real
I'm looking for a Netflix original.
So yeah, they say, if you want to do that, and they kind of drop their voices.
I want to help in any way I can. On the record. So that everyone knows I did it.
Go to the mountain.
Mountain. Laughing Lady. So next up, we were headed to the mountain to see the Laughing Lady and to try some of that local seafood in the mountain. No, it's not seafood.
Okay.
There's a kind of cheese they make there that's legendary around the prismatic nation.
Okay.
It's legendary.
Legendary dairy.
All right. So do you guys reconvene?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. As the midnight hour strikes, actually two things simultaneously happen.
Great.
Sylvester's just been watching like an eagle. Yes?
Yeah.
Or a spider.
What you do notice, or what Peter shows you, is that now there is a figure clad in black in the library. And they light a lantern. They light a lantern and put it in the window.
Do I see anything distinctive at all about this person?
They have
the
4
figure?
fingers on their left hand, and they are surprisingly short.
Distinctive.
But at the same time, my friend Sylvester, remember that book that you got a long time ago?
Yeah.
You start to feel it rumble.
Look at that book.
It's like an alarm going off.
And you see a purple web. And you see a purple web. Located squarely in the prismatic nation.
So nowhere near the lantern?
No. Very far away from the lantern. Surprisingly far away from the lantern.
Oh, well, Jorrix, lead the way.
Okay. Sure. What went on with that book there? It was sort of rumbling, and you didn't look shocked because you never look shocked, but there was
You can't really register any sort of emotion off of you. It's sort of your thing, isn't it? Yep.
Well, it depends on who's registering, I guess.
I am pretty insightful, so I think that if I would pick up on stuff, and you're really hard to read.
Okay.
Okay. So you feel like there's kind of something going on with your friend Sylvester, but he's not confirming nor denying.
Should I insight check?
If you, do you want to roll against him?
Ooh,
Are you trying to hide
this-
something, Sylvester?
More like just trying to
Don't worry, I didn't roll.
just
very
keep
well.
it level. Like,
Right.
yeah. I think Jorrix has picked up enough that something's off, and Sylvester doesn't want to talk about it.
I
We're just
rolled
gonna
a
let him
7.
be for now.
Okay. So
Insight.
yeah, he just seems like a regular old Sylvester.
It's just you. You're fine. You're a weird old dude.
All right. So he says, "Jorrix, lead the way," or "Vix, lead the way."
Good catch, Sylvester.
Only Breaker.
I mean, Terminator. God damn it, I can't even burn you right.
Okay. So, do you lead the way?
Yep.
Okay. You guys are all together. So you guys going together?
Sorry, where are we going?
To the library.
Oh, okay.
The signal has been given.
I'm with you
Gondor
guys.
requires aid.
Yeah, I'm with everyone.
Yeah.
We're all together.
Yeah.
Onward.
Onward ho.
Okay.
I mean, onward ho.
All right. So it is midnight. It's going to be weird that these people are coming into there.
Where are
How
we
are you guys going
going?
to go to it? The library.
Damn it.
I'm going to sneak to the library.
Okay. Roll me a sneak.
24 sneaks.
Super good at sneaking. What are you going to do, Jorrix?
I mean, I don't know if it'd be too strange if a cleric wanted to go to a library.
Fair.
At any hour.
Yeah, fair. What are you
It's
going to
like,
do?
I can't sleep.
What are you going to do, Cook?
So is the library a separate building, or is it just like a wing?
It's a wing.
I'm just gonna stand outside the door.
Okay. All right. And what are you going to do, Sylvester?
I'm just gonna walk there and see if I see like any guards along the way.
Okay. All right. As you guys walk, I'm going to guess that you're ahead because
Yeah,
you're sneaking.
I'm trying to keep within, like, line of sight to the rest of the group.
Okay. As you do, like, you can see that there's a lot of tieflings, and like you can see Roran is there. He is inside. He is. It looks like he is by the banister that leads upstairs to the library.
Okay.
So because you rolled so good, well, let's have you do one more sneak to see if you want to get past him. That is
Okay.
natural 20.
No.
Okay.
But 26.
Oh Jesus. Okay. How do you just whiz by him?
I just walk like an ordinary person would, Elliot,
But silently.
but silently and sneak. No, I imagine I just skirt around him and keep to the shadows and sort of watch until he's...
When his line of sight is away from you,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You see that guy.
I want to use a penalty box on him.
Perfect. Okay.
He has to make a strength or dex save, or he's trapped in this invisible box.
His strength is better. Let me use that. Dick. He got a 10, which ain't gonna do it.
Okay, I'm gonna... Since he's stuck in this invisible box, I'm gonna empty every single spider from my endless spider pouch over this box.
Into the box or over
Well,
the box?
it's invisible, and like when the box breaks, like the spiders, but they're just on
The
this
spiders,
box for
when the
now.
box breaks, the spiders will fall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you going to like block his line of sight?
I'm making eye contact as I
So he knows.
Now, did you tell
This is
George
this
you were
old rich
doing
guy
that?
that's like,
Before you went
fuck.
forward?
Nope.
So George just turns to look at you like, he just like sort of tilts his head like, what are you doing?
You don't mess with these guys. And then I cast web over all the spiders.
Okay.
And then I turn into a spider and run off into the forest.
Jesus Christ.
I go to a different...
And the webs will break in 1 minute. not the webs, the box.
The box of webs in 1 minute.
Wow.
So then we covered it not just spiders, but also a web.
Yeah.
And
How
Okaat's,
much
like,
D100
standing
for how many spiders?
Yeah, roll me a D100.
Or can I do D1000?
Yeah, just add times 10.
Okaat's just standing in the doorway of the library, like,
660 spiders.
666 spiders.
Oh yeah, let's make it that.
Yeah, let's make it an even devil's number.
Wow. Okay. Okay, I
A
got it.
varying size of... No, I kept Marcus.
Okay.
And you and Marcus are just scurrying off the spiders together. He's on top of you.
No, spider's still in the bag. And then I transformed to a spider in the bag.
I
Like,
get you.
does seem like the act of a druid, though.
Yeah, but you are you.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, if the
Balance doesn't like these guys.
It's gonna look like.
But if he's head of
frame
secu-
balance,
Yeah.
it's gonna make
We
it look
we
like-
don't know this, but
Yeah.
as head of security, he's probably gonna know who you are.
Well, yeah, but he's either gonna be
He's
out
gonna
of
be.
his mind, or
He's gonna be spider.
I'm sure
shocked.
some of these spiders are venomous.
Yeah, there's a good
Oh
chance
my
that he
God.
is not gonna make it through this.
Yeah, because basically they're all going to attack him, I imagine. Woof.
And as he slowly succumbs to spiders, I step out from the doorway and look him in the eyes, and I'm like, "Your security's not that good."
Oh, you dick. Wow, what a brilliant moment for the penalty box. Just Christ, an eldritch horror. All right, so here's what happens. He screams, Obs, because how could he not? I'm screaming for him.
Man.
Is there like a guard or something I can like bum a smoke on? So I'm just like nonchalantly smoking outside.
Sure, there's
While
a...
there's murder, while the screams of this man dying in his room.
So
But hell
before
of a-
you go do that, as Sylvester scurries away as a spider, I just turn to Oni and go, Oni, a lot of our friends are pretty crazy. He just killed a guy with spiders. Okaat killed someone by kicking them in the balls. Please tell me you're not crazy too.
I'm not crazy, but I can't speak for Oni.
What hell am I in?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding, it's just me. I'm fine. I don't know what's going on either.
Okay.
That's why I'm out here.
Okay.
So yeah, you're able to bum a smoke, and you guys are smoking as the moment that the box drops and like maybe some sound can escape him, the web shrink wraps over his body, filling his open mouth with so many spiders.
Oh.
Just, he's full to bursting with spiders, and
That's
man,
so mean.
those
They're
things,
not there for good berries either.
those things are going ham on this dude, and
Because they're
he
pissed probably because they're stuck in that web.
just gets bitten to death so badly. Okay, hey man, guess what? The library's open. Go for it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's find this guy.
Yeah.
As you fling open the doors after seeing the horrors, you see a small, very small figure in a black robe. And she turns to you and she puts her hand up to her face, and you see 4 fingers. And she goes, "You guys are here for the sale, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't feel bad about this." And she takes the dagger and she throws it at the puppy. And she goes immediately to the door. And as she hits the puppy, it grows from being a puppy to being a hellhound. And she says, "But the book that I'm looking for isn't here. See you later. I hope you take the rap." And she goes through the next door.
Take the wrap.
And,
Probably for the library being.
Oh, I see.
okay,
That was not a good thing she said to us.
Okaat, what do you do?
I cast sleep on the hellhound.
You try to put this big dog to sleep, but it did not go to
Oh
sleep.
yeah, I should have hit it a bit first. Shit. Okay,
probably would
well, I'm going to hide.
Okay, roll that sneak. Natural 20.
Yep.
Yep. All right, Jorrix.
Well, with one spell left, I'm going to try to command the Hellhound.
Nice.
All right, what do you say?
Heal.
Okay.
It only lasts one round.
It heals for this moment.
With that, Jorrix sort of like motions for Okaat. We should get out of here.
Yep.
And goes out the door.
Okaat agrees.
So you can move 30, and then you can move 30.
Yeah.
So then you'd be 60. So you guys are running down as Gustus is running up.
Yeah, we pass him and I'm just like, hellhound.
Fiends die on my watch.
Have fun.
Okay. As you go. Now Gus knows how Burke feels. Gus, as you are running up here, the hellhound goes 30 feet, so he is like now on the outside as you are 30 feet away from him.
Okay.
So you have a chance. What would you like to do?
Oh, too big of a fiend.
It takes its move action to get within 15 feet of you, my friend Gus, and it is going to blow fire at you.
Okay.
You take 18 fire damage,
Oof.
and he does not recharge. However, as the fires come out of this fucking dog's mouth, you have alerted all those guards that are on duty. And
So like, it's like he's
Back up.
running into the
Yeah.
hallway that I'm smoking, and then I see like a huge flame
Yeah.
and Gustus come flying through the door on fire, and then all the guards are like, oh shit.
yeah, as the guards see the fire and they start running, the guard next to him sees you two vamoose out.
Well, do we see Burke as in the guard?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
There's a hellhound in your library.
Yeah. About time, I yell to the guards running up, come help me with this, and I turn around to throw a dagger at it.
At who?
At the hellhound.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hit. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
And then Jorrix goes, oh, are we fighting? And shoots a sacred flame.
I'm pretending like I've been fighting it the whole time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh god.
Okay, so you throw it, and...
It goes wide. Like, fucking help me out, guys!
Okay, and the guard looks at this suspiciously now. Then you hear the guard speak in Infernal, and the dog sits.
What does he say?
Oh, that's right, you can...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of us can.
Mm-hmm.
He says reset. And the dog sits, and he sees you, on fire.
Big, fast, hot dog.
Is Burke still chilling at this?
I kind of put my shit. Stamp it out.
You guys have a fiend problem. It's a
And
big fiend.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a cloak or anything, but I jump on top of Gustus to put out the flames. I start rolling him. That's what I do. I start rolling him.
Okay, I like that.
I'm putting the fire out.
Oh, thank you. You're a good friend.
I don't know you.
We met today, Oni.
You're not my friend yet.
Well, give it time.
Jorrix just sort of like elbows Okaat and goes, those two are so cute.
I hope they end up together.
So, yeah, the guard says reset, and he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like,
What'd you say?
and he says it in Infernal again.
I squint like, I don't know what's...
Is that like a command word?
Yeah, is that a...
Kill him.
What language is that?
Oh, Infernal. You don't know it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, reset. He's our guard dog. He's only triggered if someone's trying to... You guys were fighting him.
Yeah, somebody threw a dagger at him and fucking ran off.
Oh, you mean like kind of like the dagger that you have?
No, different dagger. It's still in there. I can show it to you.
Yeah, would you please?
Yeah, I march in there and go get the dagger she threw at me.
It's gonna be gone.
No, it's not. Because it's an inanimate object. God damn it.
And you march up there, and it is gone.
Fuck.
And all of a sudden you hear Harbor's voice go, my book is gone. Someone threw a dagger at the dog. You two were running out. I think I might need you for questioning. Oh, and Rorin is not there anymore. There's only spiders. Oh my god! He
And a
says.
desiccated body, just like an arachnophobia. Just like with all the blood sucked right out of them.
And
you guys, I told you you needed to work on your
and he
security
says,
measures.
sure. And he goes, okay, you two, I need you two in my quarters right now.
Excuse me, I pull on his cloak. Have you considered golems instead of fiends for guards?
You know,
I don't think their golems are any more well-behaved, if what we fought in the cellar is any indication.
But at least they're not the tools of devils.
Oh, there's that.
and he goes, you know, I haven't, but I'll look into it after I sort out all the things that went wrong tonight. I feel like you and I are going to have a very interesting relationship. And he goes, my book is gone, and I think one of you stole it.
Well, I'm going back to my cabin. I'll
You're
be checking for fiends every now and then.
You're with Sadasil, yes?
Yeah.
Then you are a prime suspect. You two were throwing things at our guard dog, so you guys are prime suspects. We're going to sort this out.
Yeah, you might want to station guards around the library because there is a third party who ran off after waking up your guard dog, and I'd lay good money on it that she's the one that took your book, because we definitely didn't.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Yeah, he's definitely not taking me seriously.
Nope.
Yeah, I was very clear with Roran that his security was inadequate, and I think tonight has proved that.
And as you say that, outside the area that you guys have been detained, like you guys were running through the hallway, there's this gay corpse. Outside, you can see what looks to be a tiefling man in a black robe being dragged towards the mountain. Thanks for listening to What's Your Damage. Follow our Twitter at WYDPod. We also have our Facebook group at WYDPod.
Cast.
Shit.
WID pod was already taken.
Damn it. So we're at WYD Cast on Facebook. Follow us there and you'll find fun little things like our Fantasy Sam's Club list and pictures of the group and other things of that matter.
Art,
yeah.
There's art.
Yeah. And also, if you'd like to email the show, you can contact us at wydpod@gmail.com. Anyway, thanks for listening to me natter on, and enjoy the show.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Wank.